There. Hi. I'm Amethyst. I dropped another card. I moved in recently, so I've been working, so I haven't had much time to fully unpack, but I started trying to paint again in the meantime. Oh, this one fell on the floor. I wish you could understand me. So I think what I'm channeling right now is that this person tries to be too dominant, okay? This says, I wish I could understand you. But the reason why they can't understand you is because they are set in their ways. So we might be talking about somebody who's older, or perhaps somebody who's been spoiled and was never told no their whole life. So they think that everything they do is okay. Okay? Thank you guys for being here. Yeah, because this person had childhood trauma. I just opened the deck. So we're talking about someone with childhood trauma. And apparently it might have been because their parents hurt them in some way. And a lot of times a parent could hurt them by never telling the child no. So they grow up thinking that everyone's going to do everything that they want them to do all the time. So when they're with a chosen one, like a lot of you are chosen ones because you're here and you're spiritual and you have that psychic ability to a certain extent. We all have it. But most of you who are here right now are just learning to tap into that. And when you are having your own awakening, they're seeing a change in you because you have stopped being a yes person. Okay, you started to finally say, listen, I'm important too here. Thank you for joining my fan club. So sweet. Thank you so much, Isis. Oh, I love that name. You know, I connect with Isis sometime too. It's pretty wild. I don't know why. Maybe we are all related in some ways with DNA being spread throughout thousands and thousands of years, you know. So yeah, look, twice I just opened back up to they have hurt me. They're blocked mentally. This person is blocked mentally. They're better with their mind than their heart, okay? This person doesn't really know how to connect. And I don't know if they'll ever be able to truly connect emotionally. And you might have been spending a long time waiting for this person. But they're asking, will this ever change? But the problem is if they don't decide to change and realize that they have a problem, they're never going to change. Okay? They have to be the one to change because there's no way you can help change a person. Because we all have our own choice. That's what God gave us. God gave us choice to either stay in this status quo and keep repeating the same mistakes over and over, or we can actually listen with our hearts, not just our mind, not just what we've been programmed to learn through our parents. you have to be the first to make this change. And you're becoming stronger, and they don't like it. And that's where I open back up to this. Why do I feel this way? They're feeling that way is because they thought you were going to be a yes person. It doesn't matter how much money you own or have, all the things you have, all the trinkets or anything like that. You can't put a price on love. You can't. Yeah, do we all want stability? Of course we do. But if you are being the only person giving the entire time, that means that person is very selfish. And once you started pulling back, saying, you know what? I'm not going to keep giving to a person who's not giving to me. Once you start doing that, then all of a sudden they're freaking out. And now they're thinking you're hurting them because you're not giving to them anymore. Okay? Yeah, they have a lot of painful memories. And it's about their childhood trauma. And they can't come to you now, and they may never fully be able to come to you. Because they're set in their ways. Okay? They're set in their ways. Unfortunately, this person doesn't want to change. This is where they say, I need to figure myself out. So right now, they're not going to be coming to you, this person. Okay? They need time to figure that out. So what do you need to do as a person? I'm getting rid of this deck now. What do you need to do? You need to start living. Let them go figure out what they need to figure out. But that doesn't mean you have to put your life on hold. You're worthy of happiness and to have a companion who's truly there. Someone to hang out with. Someone just to like cook with. Someone who doesn't require money to be happy. Okay? And if you are the one that requires money to be happy, then that's your childhood trauma too. Okay? And you've got to realize that love is not money. Yes, we all need money. We all need money to survive and to get by and to do things once in a while. But in the long run, it doesn't come to the grave with you, right? You just pass it on to whoever else in your family. But so many people sacrifice true love for greed and trinkets. So please, please, try to do what you can do to ground yourself and to realize that money isn't everything. Because obviously you're not happy. You're not happy because you keep trying to give to a person who doesn't give anything to you and who just keeps using you. That's not love. That's not love. You can't be their savior because they have to save themselves. All right? So, now once you release this, I'm not saying not talk to this person anymore, okay? You can still be friends with this person, but you can let them know you have to start using boundaries. You have to start using boundaries with this, okay? And it's going to create like the tower that was here, but once you let them know and say, hey, I'm going to be here for you as a friend, but I'm not going to be the only person just giving in this relationship. Okay? Ooh. Yeah, and it's going to take a lot of strength. All right? It's going to take a lot of strength in you. And you're going to have to work really hard at it here with the Three of Pentacles. All right? But I think what you need to do is take a trip. Take a trip to find yourself and to find out why you have all this trauma that you feel like you have to give to make a person love you. Because you all know you're very deep individuals. We all are. You just have to let the layers peel off to find out who you are again. We forget who we are a lot of times, right? We forget who we are. But once you start finding yourself, what's going to happen? You're going to get stronger, right? Oh, we got the Fool here. That's a good one, right? Once you start finding yourself and using temperance, and to balance your emotions. Don't allow yourself to get too fired up over things. Don't allow this person to still say, oh, you must not love me because you're not giving to me. Right? No. Don't allow somebody to do that. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Because once you start realizing that you don't need anyone else to fill up your cup but yourself. Okay? So keep your childlike self going with this Fool card and temperance. Fill up your own cup first. Because you have been pouring out into everyone else. And you're forgetting about yourself. Okay? And when you start doing that, you're going to obtain the Ace of Pentacles. You're going to be saving a lot more money because you're giving to yourself now. You're starting to look better and feel better. You're not giving to somebody who just wants money all the time and forgetting that you need new clothes. You want to get that little thing of makeup. You want to go see a movie once in a while. You want to pay your own payments. You shouldn't have to pay everybody else's payments when you're starting to feel used, because you know the difference between being used and somebody being grateful to you. That's the difference, okay? So, yeah, this is great. This came up. The Nine of Pentacles. Start treating yourself and remember that you are the Nine of Pentacles. This has been coming up so very much lately in my readings. The Nine of Pentacles. Get back in touch with that. Keep your shoulders back. I got a hard time doing that. I'm hunched over all the time. I host karaoke, so I'm like, doing this all the time. But I have to do what you guys are doing, because I'm going through the same exact thing. Okay? But you have to remember to see the two full cups in front of you and stop dwelling on the past. And start balancing your own checkbook and allocating money for yourself every single week. Do something for you. Stop doing for everyone else. Just do something for you. And get in touch with that high priestess that you know you are. All right? Use your intuition. Start going by your feelings, not just your mind telling you, oh, but if I don't give money, I'm not going to be worthy. Or if I don't receive money, that means somebody doesn't think I'm worthy. You can't feel that way, okay? And when you start getting back in touch with your strength of character, okay? Remembering who you were, being that Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles again, then you're going to start shining with the Queen of Rods here. You're going to start being charming and charismatic like you used to be. You're going to be drawing in so many people, including a Knight of Rods. But you have to be careful. This Knight, he's younger than the other person in your life. And it could be he or she, all right? Happy Pride Month, everyone, by the way. I don't necessarily do gender. But this person might be coming in a little fast, but they're charming. But you got to be careful. They could be a little tricky, too. You don't want them to love bomb you. And there's also a Page of Pentacles coming in here. Now, this person's a little bit more slower to express themselves. And it could be just a friend in the beginning, but it can turn out to more. Now, once you start doing that and finding yourself again, what's going to happen, Spirit? What's going to happen for them, Spirit? You're going to turn into the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? And you're going to have it all, because this one came out also, the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to have it all, because you have more abundance. All of these beautiful cards, because you don't even realize this about you. You have so much inner beauty and strength and abundance that surrounds you that's not just pentacles. Yes, you're going to obtain more pentacles through this, okay? But it's because you're letting your light shine, okay? So just remember that. But remember, don't let this past person come back in, all right? Because they're greedy. They might come in and start giving you a whole bunch of words saying, oh, I've changed and things are going to be different. You know what? You make them walk their talk. Words are everything, but that person's greedy. This person's very greedy. They have not changed. They're going to try and come in and possibly love bomb you. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, the tower. Because they're going to see your strength. They're going to see that you have more money now because you've attracted more. And that's all that's going to do is put you back in hangman mode. Okay? And then you're going to have to like start all over again. And then you're going to go back again. Okay? Life is about moving forward and growing and learning by our mistakes, okay? So listen, I guess that's it for right now on this reading. However, I want you to understand that love yourself, care for yourself, and don't keep giving money to a selfish jerk. Okay, because that's messed up. It's a selfish person, and they haven't grown, and they keep wanting to come up with all of their reasons. Let me just, yep. And once you stop giving, they say they want out. The moment you say you stop giving, that's what they're going to do to you. And you leave other people that are great opportunities that want to be with you because they love your personality and because they love just being with you. And then you're going to mess that all up because you've decided to go back to somebody who can't even love right now because they choose to stay where they're at for years and years. I bet you this person hasn't been with someone in a long, long time in a public relationship. They like to be secretive. Yeah. They like to be secretive. They don't want anyone knowing. They'll come in really strong, but they don't even want to go out on dates with you publicly. Yeah. Not at all. Because they want you to be their dirty little secret. They don't want people to know that they're using you. Okay? So, other than that, now, let's see. But once you do what you need to do for yourself, this one just knocked off a pile that I had on my homemade cards. Wishes fulfilled. You will have your wishes fulfilled, but you're not going to be able to do it with this person in your life. Because this person just wants to destroy you. They don't want you happy. They just want you to keep, they're like, want you to keep being the milkman. Just keep shelling out the money or gifts. But they don't want to be held accountable to reciprocate. But true love is reciprocation. It's a give and take. It's balanced. It's beautiful. And you are deserving of this. All right? So, all right. So, I hope you guys are having a great day. Let me go back to see here. I haven't even looked at any of your comments right now. I don't know who's still here. If you're still here, Lisa. Oh, thank you for the rose, Lisa. All right, let me see. I got to find a pen. One second. Yellow is a confirmation for all of you. You see yellow a lot today, or in the next 24 hours, you know for sure that this is about you. Okay? I don't know why, but that's what I needed to say. Okay, Lisa, are you still here, Lisa? Hi, Stephanie. Are you still here, Lisa? I do, I do readings for roses, okay? And I know Lisa sent me a rose, so. Let me see. Let's see. If you're here, Lisa, let me know.